Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your planetary defense commander, Star Lord New Thor 7. And technically, I always say Monday, Tuesday is my weekend, which technically I ripped off from Julian Casablancas. So that would make tonight my Friday night. And let me tell you, baby, it has been stressful this month and this year. So smoke them if you got them, vape them if you got them. And since one of my angels said, "Hey, why don't you grab beer tonight?" I was like, "You are a wise angel." So tonight I'm gonna be acting a fool, playing a guitar, trying to let my stress out, and I'm probably even gonna be vaping. So cheers to everybody. And I would like to say super thank you to the two people who sent me two different acoustic guitars. My buddy, who we shall call Scotland for now, took me to the ocean and he took me to get acoustic strings. So thank you, Scotland, for the ocean trip. Thank you to the people who sent me two acoustic guitars last year. That was so incredible. Somebody sent me one, and then I was like, I got one. And someone's like, no, you need another. And that was one of my favorite moments of Thor News where I felt loved. And so, cheers, y'all. God bless everyone. And please, prayer warriors, let's get this shit going. I don't think God gets mad at the word shit. But what do I know? All right. Hey, Kutanai, Queen, Queen. Now here we go. I'm gonna be vaping. So I'm thinking whatever's in the vape sticks. I have no idea, by the way. Definitely champagne and beers. And let me say this: I'm not paid by Miller High Life, but many times in my life, I've listened to men or women complain about my taste in beer or get all hoity-toity about beer. And I am a true cowboy, where as long as it's cold and it's beer, I'll drink it. And that I love PBR, I love High Life, and I like Budweiser. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm sorry if you got cupcake taste buds. I'm gonna be telling jokes tonight. If you think that's gonna offend you, okay, fine. Because I need a break from thinking about that damn virus, man. The data keeps rolling in. No, I want to sound like Mitch Hedberg. Oh, technically, I've always sounded like this. But shout out to TJ Miller, Silicon Valley, one of the greatest shows of all time. Yeah, what you like is what you like. It's all good. All right, I'll get to the guitar in a bit. I gotta get all jazzed up. And shout out to Parasite. You are the most foreboding, ominous. Hey, it's a sign. Academy Award picture ever given. You know. And I gotta say something. I'm like, hey y'all, we totally need to unite and come together and get ready to battle the coronavirus. But the left is like, we can't talk right now. We are too busy fighting the patriarchy. And the right is like, we can't talk right now. We are too busy fighting the deep state. And the stock markets are like, hallelujah, things have never been better. And I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna be drinking and smoking tonight because I'll be back at it in a couple hours. And the data coming in will only get more horrific. Thanks, Blake. And I want to say, after making 2,800 videos, anytime somebody says that was the best video you've ever done, that's always one of my favorite compliments. Because I do try and get better, although I know that it's hard to get better every single time. Everyone, yeah, have a beer. And as we prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually for March and April, if I skipped a month, I'm sorry. Like, do what you can to have fun this month, man. I really think it's with the river flooding and the virus and just whatever weird shit. And another thing, this is my Friday night. I'm on vacation for a night. Is that I know what I know and I believe what I believe because I have good reason to. So a lot of times when people are trying to tell me something that I know is not true, although I can't verify 100%, I'm pretty sure this thing is a weapon that got out of the lab and no one has control over it. And so people should factor that in and just give it up to God. The fact that the idea that people always think that mankind has total control over shit absolutely always blows my mind. You know, and so I just want to say I've had several people say to me like, "Oh, dude, they released this virus on purpose and it's controlled." A, no, they didn't. B, no, they didn't. C, I'd planned for what I just told you. Okay. Okay, but I also on a weird spiritual thingy, I think it overall got created by our low vibrations. We've just been low vibration for so long. I've always cared. You know what? One of no part of it is that I've always been able to see what would happen if we all worked together. Like if we use all the resources we use for war and hate and making everything yellow journalism, that we could have a good time and create an amazing world. So that's why I've cared so much. And I know none of y'all are to blame. Like, this whole thing's been a crap show for a long time, and we're all partially responsible. You know? But cheers to everyone. Tuna melts on hold. That's beer number one. Vape number one. Man, I want to hang out with Indiana Jones someday. Thank you. I will do my best, and thank you to Jesus Christ, God. This is all wild, though, man. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up now. I don't even know. Oh, what is it? Welcome to the Charlie Brown Circus Parade. Today's a very fun, dangerous day. Or local Roman candles and baby blue angels. Maybe me and you have always been strangers. Okay, great. Sorry. I was trying to remember those lyrics. Play something happy. Coming right up. And I think the sun is great or good disinfectant against disease. Do you remember when I said it was falling? Do you remember when I said it would rain? Do you remember when I said there would be glory? Well, the sun is back again. The sun is back again. The sun is back again. Yeah. I'm playing too loud? And thank you for following me for years. Because I gave up everybody in the outside world to have you all as my Asteroid Fight Club buddies. But hey, remember when I was like in 2015, 2016, like, I'm giving up everything else to do this full time. Because like in 2020, shit's gonna be crazy. And we are going to need to be prepared to fight against all the forces that fight against a better world. You know, it's more like a dance as opposed to a fight. Because we're all having to learn a lot of lessons along the way. Because it's a new strings, they go out of tune fast. Okay, speaking of that, okay. Okay, so tomorrow for me begins my Virus 2020 workout program. Because I saw this guy from Japan. He said he's pretending like he's a character in Resident Evil. And so every day he's pretending like he's in the video game. And he's going out and doing 2 to 3 quests a day to get prepared for when it gets really bad. And so in my mind, I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good attitude. I will pretend like it's World of Warcraft. That way I'm a paladin and I can heal, dispel, and still do holy shock, you know? So, but, you know, like they do in the Lego games, they merge all the narratives, which is kind of what I've been doing for a while. You can have Resident Evil and World of Warcraft game, man. And I'm a paladin. And I know Ninetales is a druid. You may be like, fuck druids. Man, druids can turn into a tiger. Druids can turn into a big owl. Druids can turn into trees. I'm talking about the video game World of Warcraft. If somehow that freaks you out, you remind me of the lady back in the 80s who was like, Star Wars is for people who like the devil. I was like, lady, I'm a Jedi. No, I hope the devil gets forgiveness. You know, I'm very happy that I've had Jedis teach me along the way. Ooh. I don't know, sometimes superheroes do get sick, but they recover. No matter how many times the earth knocks you down, you get back up. It's like when Batman got thrown down the pit and Bane broke his back. He's like having a dark night of the soul. Okay. And so I'm definitely out of shape. So I join everybody to get in whatever program. It'll be free. Where I'm like, we got to get healthier. Eating pizza is definitely easier than eating healthy. Fighting for no more war. That is what we are fighting for. Out of shape. Throwing out facts. All right, Blake, thanks for reminding me. I'm trying to practice the Andy Dufresne / Andy from Parks and Rec 2-chord songwriting. Mockingbird, mockingbird, have you heard the mockingbird? Mockingbird, she flies home today. Was a Charlie Brown circus parade. they say Jimi Hendrix was so good at playing guitar that he could play his guitar back in tune. That's amazing. Hey, so what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? VD, it's real. Side two, okay, give me a second. Dang, I thought I was out of tune, but I guess it's just my playing. Round and round we go, it never ends. Round and round we go, it never ends. Round and round and round we go. Round and round and round we go. Master of the 30-second song. And by master, I mean just average. All right. Happy Friday night in Thor's Land, y'all. God bless everyone. Thank you, Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you, people who send me my guitars. Thank you, those who have not made the oxygen unbreathable. You know, those of you who have done nothing to fuck up the air. I appreciate you. So much to ask, how do you prepare for coronavirus? Well, you have everybody sit down at the table, figure out what we do have, what we don't have, and what we can do, and what seems extremely silly or just personal fantasy. And then from there, you figure out who's got it, and you also have the type of people you can find defenses and antidotes and things that will make things better. You get them all together. Like it's kind of like me, right? Like I'm really cool, very talented, creative, good person. I think there are a lot of people like me around, but we're all totally scattered. And so, like right now, you would have the best biologists, engineers, um, working together, to figure out how to conquer this problem without having to write up 100-page fucking contract that states what every country or corporation will get. You know, there's if everybody throws their hat in and goes, all right, we'll try and deal through this together. Because, you know, I read an article, it was from AlJazeera.com, that said they were having mandatory cremations. And you're like, hey, Thor, why'd you drink tonight? Well, I mean, two fathers, father and stepfather, were cremated. I don't know, just knew the fact that I was going to even have to say mandatory cremation, and I was going to have to say it to you guys. So I'm like, hey, Sunday night, guess what? Boom, coronavirus update. It's not good. And, you know, they're like trying to, and I don't want to get any information wrong, but they're like, you know, mandatory fucking cremation. And so the Holocaust furnace is started up again. So I guess Thor, a guy's been here for definitely the last 5 years going, hey man, we need to prevent the Holocaust furnace from restarting the fire. Whatever weird germ that came out of the bottomless pit is now got the fucking furnace burning again. I'm like, this is what I did not want. And so, you know, we're still in Act 2, maybe getting into Act 3, but I'm only one man. I'm only one person on Earth. I'm just one man. I'm with 6.8 billion of y'all, and I've been doing my best. And here I am showing up saying, hey man, let's do our best. And here's the deal. And I recognize that 6.8 billion y'all have your opinions as well. What was the question? I spent a lot of time this month not moving much. Like this, like, okay, like I can think through this, do it all the time. But this month has been the most. I'm burning from tanks. I didn't even. And all I'm saying, hey, can I get the most help possible for all of us? I mean, that would be cool. We'll see though. But I'm not worried. I'm just a bit stressed. And then it's fucking Valentine's Day. And for 2 years, I've had this Taylor curse locking me up and locking me in, making me gain weight and age. And I'm like, damn, I haven't kissed a pretty woman in so long. That's like my favorite thing ever. And like, so it's like the reverse fairy tale where I'm stuck in the tower, except for instead of a tower, it's just a stinky foxhole. Hoping some warrior princess comes along and breaks the curse and saves me, and then we get to live past or work out a PAL pact with Taylor and her army of nanobot android Microsoft calcified magnesium goo bunnies or whatever. Valentine's Day, like I said, officially changed my sexuality to disappointed. Hey man, what are you? Disappointed. I've attracted beautiful women, but only in amounts that will lead to maximum disappointment. But I don't want to sound like a victim. See, this is what alcohol, kids don't do it. You'll start saying stupid shit. And then thinking it's a great idea to film yourself live. Although it's not film, it is video. These are ones and zeros. All right, let's get back to the out-of-tune guitar. Woo. Which one's out? No, I messed it all up. Yeah, one of them's out of tune. Dude, when I first started my channel, I was like, okay, whatever you do, don't ever find yourself tuning your guitar in front of a camera because you're going to look dumb and like you've never picked up a guitar before. It's going to waste their time. So I'm sorry for what's happened. Well, I see I'm freaking out more than I plan to. And it's not, this is me freaking out. Like, technically me freaking out is like me yelling. You know, but yelling can be used as a defense. For example, if you're at an ATM machine and a stranger walks up to you and asks you more than 2 questions, it is totally okay for you to start yelling at that stranger. You know, we're like, the guy's like, hey man. You're like, hey man. And then you ask you question 1 or question 2. You're like, hey man, I'm at the ATM motherfucking M machine taking out my cash! My cash, which thousands of men have killed each other for over time. Can I answer all your questions when I'm done getting my cash, bro? Can we work out that deal? And, you know, now it may sound crazy doing that, but when you're in an ATM machine, like in the middle of a city, it's a good play, you know? Sometimes yelling is appropriate, called for. Usually the person walks away and then there's no fight. Although technically, I'm sure I've either given them a cigarette or a dollar. You know, if you're walking through a city, I'm telling you what it's like to walk through a city. All right. And I think I needed to yell. This is me doing time therapy with y'all. And the basic point of that story was I don't like strangers asking me questions from at an ATM machine hitting buttons. It's not a good time to be asking me questions. Like we could be at a urinal, you can ask me a bunch of fucking questions. I mean, I didn't mean that as gay as it sounds, although it's not that big a deal. And I was joking with my buddy Scotland yesterday. How it would just be funny to just drive like up and down the beach to all the guys fishing, going, "Hey sailor, what you trying to catch today?" But then you know, like say one or two funny things and then drive off. Like I could make that a funny skit on SNL. Like the two guys on In Living Color hated it. The whole like sometimes like when Eddie Murphy played gay. No, but I think it's illegal to have a straight guy play a gay guy for comedy right now. I don't know. The whole point of that story was. Oh, the whole point of the story was. Oh, if we just wanted to be hilarious, that would be fucking funny. Because there's anyway. Was it talking about? Oh yeah, going too crazy. I'm 2 beers in. I gotta retune my guitar already. But my ears are bad, so I need my phone to tune my guitar. So I guess come back for part 2 if that's your thing. And I love y'all. And whoever's watching this, that this is the future. And it is a lot like a video game for lack of like nothing describes it as well. And we are the co-programmers with life. And that life and love to this point have found a way to continue pushing society forward without letting civilization collapse. And that has always been the point of Asteroid Fight Club, that we keep civilization from collapsing. Every generation before us, men and women, kept civilization from collapsing. So that has been our job. Just make sure we don't fuck it up. And we leave it in hopefully a little better shape than the people who left it to us. And that's our job, man. And if we fucked it up, then we fuck it up. But I don't think we are going to fuck it up. Asteroid Fight Club is extremely talented. And now we have Space Force. And space is all over the place, as Phoenix would say. And so this is an example, and this is my responsibility as Planetary Defense Commander. I should be connecting it all better together, and it's just not happening. But this is Space Force now. I talked before about Space Force being in the oceans, and that technically we're all Space Force. So we should be cleaning the oceans, rivers. Been saying that for a couple years now. But now we have a coronavirus, Planet X - Wormwood 666, fucking AI, whatever. And so we are Space Force, and that virus is in space, in the spaces around us here on Earth. And so we are managing the space and its effects on other human beings now in real time. Of the like, we didn't clean the oceans, and so now the garbage is in like minuscule atomic form. And it's best to think that it came out of the motherfucking bottomless pit. So it's best for us to grab that fucking LHC thing and throw it back into the pit so hard the pit is closed for 1,000 years or more. Is it talking about? So yeah, we got Asteroid Fight Club, we got Space Force, but we got anywhere from 1,000 human beings to 50,000 who have died from some brand new, like, threat, new asteroid, which is a metaphor for viruses. But it's best to not think it's controlled. It's best to think that, hey, maybe it is Occam's razor, and all these are all people. These aren't super boogeymen. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, like, hey, we all need to team up, do what we can against this coronavirus together as Earth. People on the right are like, I can't find the deep state. People on the left are like, can't find the patriarchy. And the stock market's like, woohoo, we're getting so rich. And then the crypto coin people are like, we're getting so rich too. I'm like, oh man, it's February 8th, 2020, babies. And I love this shirt. And so I'm going to tune my guitar. Probably have another beer. It's my Friday night. Did I mention that? I think I did. There's a whole difference because you're talking to people in live time. And you're talking to people when you're done in live time who will be watching you later. So it's kind of like Dr. Manhattan in The Watchmen, where he's talking to himself in the future and the past. I hope I'm allowed to make Watchmen references. So I guess in conclusion, I hope you and Disney have enjoyed Fat Thor, because hopefully this time I continue to go backwards in shape and preparedness. Because, tomorrow my own apocalypse. Apocalypse just means uncovering. Virus World War Z training begins. So I don't even know what that's going to be. Hopefully it'll be hilarious, but also informative. Just remember, there are 1 billion families on Earth. And together, we can do everything. All right. I love everyone. Thank you. I'm going to tune my guitar. They're new strings. They go out of tune faster. Okay, you guys are great. Stay cool. God bless everyone. But happy Monday for y'all and Saturday for me.